Tuesday, November 13th, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 2018. Guys, before we get started in this video, I want you to check your subscribe button if you're a subscriber and make sure that you're still subscribed. And the reason I bring that up is because I've had several people tell me that they were unsubscribed from the channel recently for unknown reasons, that they didn't do it on purpose. So if you're a subscriber, double check your button and make sure you are subscribed, and check the notifications bell. If you're not a subscriber, by all means do so and click the notifications tab and you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. I try to mix it up and offer a variety of things. I talked about a college football player that I've watched since high school excel into a phenomenal human being, you know, and I support him 100%. I've been focusing on sky phenomenon, the California situation over there, which we're praying for the people in California. And I've also been getting a lot of videos about sky phenomenon here lately, which we get a lot of those as a rule. But here recently, these purple skies and different things going on around planet Earth. I've titled the segment here, Alien Skies, of this video. And I've put together a collection of different sky observations from around the country. This is Hattiesburg, Mississippi, sent in by Kristen. It goes back to November 1st. I've had this on my desktop now for just about 2 weeks. And as you can see, the sky on this evening, it was at 6:14 p.m., was as purple as it could be. And this is a phenomenon that we've been seeing a lot of lately. In fact, after Hurricane Michael made landfall in the Florida Panhandle, the skies were observed this same shade of purple by many people in that area. Not 100% sure what causes this. I think it's some sort of a frequency, but we can only speculate. And this here is super interesting, sent in by Bradley from Oregon. And the sky looks like the bottom of a planet flying over the Earth, and you can see craters pitted everywhere. Looks like the surface of the moon or dwarf planet Sirius. Look at that. And that's the sky above Oregon. Photo taken by Bradley L. Sent in a few days ago. Here I adjusted the color just a little bit to highlight some of those crater-looking signatures in those clouds. And this here is just a mind-blowing image from Bismarck, North Dakota. This was sent in by Tracy, and it looks like a giant clamshell in the sky. Look at that. That's planet Earth. I've never in my life seen anything like that. Or this here. This is absolutely spectacular. And if you sent this in, drop me an email, because I did not have a name attached with that photograph, so I'd like to give you credit for that photograph. So if you saw that photograph and you sent it in, let me know. I would love to give you credit for that. You did a great job. Awesome picture. Much like this one here from West Virginia, taken by Sandy. It's of a hole punch cloud right near the sun, and it does seem like 90% of those are near the sun. This is a video, and I've got some still images sent in by Brian from Navarre, Florida. He doesn't know how these strange symbols got in the sky. They don't appear to be put there by airplanes. He didn't see any airplanes while he was recording this video, stepped out, and there they were. And they extend way off into the horizon. Very mysterious looking sky that goes without any type of explanation. Look at that. Navarre, Florida is in the Florida Panhandle. Check that out. Why does the atmosphere behave that way? What's it reacting to? Or were those put there? He didn't know. He just sent me the video and wasn't quite sure. Found it very interesting, and I agree. That is super interesting. Not sure why our atmosphere looks like that, but it does. And that's a first for me. I've never seen the sky look like that. Here's a photograph sent in by Joshua of the sunset. Look at that. Actually, this is sunrise in the east. 104. 104 would be the eastern sunrise. How about that? Nice job, Joshua. Thank you for sharing. I've got some more. I'm not done yet. This little video segment here is something I observed at 4 o'clock in the morning, actually 4:11 a.m. I stepped outside with a cup of coffee, and this is what I saw from horizon. Actually, it wasn't horizon to horizon, or I'd have done a pano. It was straight up over my head. That's looking to the north, that's looking to the south, and honestly, what it looked like, it was thick clouds, with the exception of this void. And what it looked like is something traveled through the sky that was huge. No joke. I couldn't get it all in one picture. I had to take multiple pictures of whatever this was. It was super interesting. And I'm telling you, when you went outside and looked up into the sky, which I don't normally do every day, especially if it's cloudy like this day was, because my main thing I want to see is the stars. But something drew me out underneath the patio, and when I stepped out underneath the patio, I looked up. This is what I saw. And it looked like something huge had gone over the Phoenix area out here in Arizona, and it left a big void in the clouds. You can see stars in this empty area. Look, clear as a bell. The rest of it is very thick cloud cover. I don't know what that was, but it left a huge signature in the sky. I would have loved to have seen it. And from what I could take from the clouds, the way they were responding to whatever it was that went through the atmosphere, it looked like it was traveling from north to south. Looks like maybe it started here and ended up in the southern sky. That's north and that's south. So whatever it was really cool. Like I said, don't have any idea what it was that was that big moving through the atmosphere, but you could see the stars in the void that it left in the clouds. So pretty neat observation. This next video is from Rodrigo out of Saudi Arabia, where they've been seeing a lot of extreme weather over there lately. And this is just another example of the weather extremes. This is a roll cloud that came through while he was driving down the highway and started recording. And I don't think roll clouds are typically commonplace in Saudi Arabia. It's more of a desert climate. But here lately, they've been experiencing a lot of flash flooding in different areas. I was going to do a video report about it. In fact, I think I will. A lot of flash flooding over in that area. I don't know if this day had flooding, but it did have a spectacular roll cloud that was caught on video by Mr. Rodrigo L. from Saudi Arabia. And here's a picture that was sent in by Tamerlane from Melbourne, Florida. And she was photographing this blimp above Melbourne, and this appeared in the sky, or actually in the photograph, and she has no idea what this was. And you can see something here. I don't know if that's associated with that or not, but there's some sort of a rod-like structure in the sky above the blimp. Look at that. Plain as day. But I have no idea what that is. Neither did she. Just an interesting picture that, again, is just mysterious. Nobody seems to know what that is, and I couldn't answer her question. I have no idea what that is. Looks like some sort of a rod. This next picture you're going to look at comes from high in the sky in the constellation of Sagitta, and it's way above your head. If you step outside, say around 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, and you look high in the sky, and especially if you can see the galaxy. Where I live, unfortunately, got a little bit of light pollution. I can see a lot of the stars and all of the planets that are out of a night, but the galaxy, the edge of the galaxy like that, no such luck. Has to be very dark. Well, I was at Lowell Observatory a couple of weeks ago, and they had a big telescope out, an 11-inch scope that would go deep into the cosmos, and that was their target right there. And you don't see anything in this particular image. Of course, it's not an image, it's just a computer-generated image, but this is what she saw. The lady that was working at Lowell that was running the telescope, her name was Sarah, and this was on a 32-inch monitor that was connected to an 11-inch telescope. And she had zoomed in on this gas cloud, looks like a nova remnant in that constellation. Obviously, you couldn't see it. All you could see, what you could see though up there, they do have light ordinances, and they keep the light pollution down to a minimum. It's a college town, so they have to have a certain amount of lighting for safety, but up on the hill where the observatory is at, it's quite dark, and you could see the edge of the galaxy. It was really neat. All the stars in the sky looked like jewels. Couldn't see this without the aid of a telescope, but that was a nova remnant. And she said that the colors were hydrogen and oxygen. And this was one of the many things that they had keyed in on that night, and I just happened to get a quick picture of this, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Really fascinating stuff. And again, that comes from Lowell Observatory, high in the sky on the night of November 3rd. These purple skies once again showing up over Hattiesburg, Mississippi. The phenomenon continues. If you see them, by all means, get a video or at least a picture if you can. Send them to reports@mrmbb333.com, and we'll gladly share them at the website and in a video. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a super day, and be safe out there.